Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're back again, welcome back. Speaking to you is future Nym, who is, well, currently editing the video, and I've noticed something. While I was recording, I forgot to plug in my microphone. So I was told, like, this video essentially was an hour, and I was talking a greater deal, explaining everything, like giving some handy tips and tricks, just rambling away like I usually do. And then I opened it to edit it and turned out it had no sound. So instead of trying to voice over that entire video right now, I decided to just make it a speed build. So unfortunately that meant that I had to cut out a bunch. So now it's only 11 minutes instead of 50. Which I'm sure you're fine with anyway. I mean, like, I make up pretty long videos anyhow, so a shorter video now and then, it's okay. It's fine. It just, you know, it's a bummer because it was such a fun video and I had so many good ideas and so many good plans. Bottom line is I'm gonna build a restaurant in the dome, by the way. I'm not quite sure what type of restaurant, hence why we are building a penguin habitat today. And saying the word penguin always reminds me of Benedict Cumberbatch, who can't actually pronounce the word penguin. And he did an entire documentary about penguins, but he can't actually say the word. So that was really funny, and it just always reminds me of that when I see penguins. And now that I say the word penguin a lot, I actually start to wonder about my own pronunciation of the word penguin. Penguin? Penguin? Wow. Okay, that went to a whole nother level. Anyways, we are building for our African penguin. They don't require snow, like the temperature is 3 degrees to 43, so they don't necessarily require snow, but we did sneak in a little bit of a snowy area with some snowy rocks, just because, you know, they are penguins, so the general view is penguins cold snow. And we are pausing at the moment because, you know, this is the perfect building light, so yeah. There was also a lot of managing going on in between, so we did a lot of things, but I will come back to that. Oh, one of my Funkos just dropped. I don't know if you guys heard that. That's because of the heat. There's currently a heat wave going on, so yikes. Yeah, and my Funko Pops, they are melting, and that's the third one that has fallen over. Oh well. Actually, fun thing, Disney Plus, right? They have the movie, or just Disney in general, they have the movie The Emperor's New Groove with Emperor Cusco. I have the llama Funko Pop like next to my computer when I'm building in Planet Zoo, just an inspiration. I don't know why, but I just think it's fun. I don't know, you guys can't actually see it, but I still think it's fun. You see, this is what you guys missed, an hour of me talking about random crap. But that's completely fine. I did say it was fun to make a speed build again, and it is kind of fun to do a voiceover once and again. Should really create a zoo unlimited with that budget again. Oh well. I have one in mind, but I haven't really done anything about it. It's just there in my mind, so once I've thought that out really well, we'll probably do that. But what I wanted to give these penguins like was a really big body of water. It ended up being a little bit smaller than I initially thought. I feel like it looked really big. And then when I started placing all this stuff around it, I was like, oh, it's actually not that big. It could have been bigger, but, you know, I'm famous for making my habitats too big, and I didn't want to do that because it was perfect in that little spot, like next to the seal. So I was like, you know what, this is really well. Also, I have no clue what those blue and red lines mean. I'm guessing it's where they can jump from it, but I really don't know. So if any of you guys know, hit me up in the comments because I have no clue. And in a moment we're actually going... Oh yeah, I was wondering if I built that or not. Turns out I didn't. In a moment we're actually going to... Yeah, here we are. We are going to create a rocky shelter for them. Last weekend I went to the zoo in the Netherlands, and when you enter the zoo there's this giant penguin habitat, and it is completely built out of stone and like a little stony in-caving where they can go in. So that was really fun. So I wanted to give like my take on that. And we are going to paint it another color because right now it's just a sad default color, and I really didn't want that. I wanted it to be kind of special. You can see me trying to make it a little bit more exciting so that you can actually see into it from all the sides of the habitat, because, you know, it's surrounded by glass, obviously, otherwise the penguins will escape. And I feel that it worked out pretty well. Also, if you can hear any noise in the background, they are still working on the road. They have now removed the asphalt and they are putting on a new layer, so yikes. It is loud. Really, really loud. Anyway, and there's also a carnival somewhere, I feel, so you can probably hear that as well. I hear him trying to like select everything that isn't dyeable, and it didn't work, and this is so annoying. But I managed in the end. So now we are making it a little bit lighter and giving it a dark highlight. Although I'm not really sure you can even see that highlight, but I felt like this combination of stone worked really well. And same for these, we are also just dyeing them, you know, a little bit white and with a dark highlight. And these ones, I believe, yeah, we're doing the opposite, so dark with a light highlight. And I felt like that actually worked pretty well. Obviously, we aren't done now. This is the basic stuff. Right now we need to put some plants in there and make sure that it actually looks like a habitat and not just some weird rocks. So we're going in with vegetation and landscaping. Now, this is where I succeed. This is what I like doing. I've always said that, but I should just have a planet's botanical. That's fine enough, like a planet's botanical garden. Just gardens, that's fine. That's why I would love to have like the ability to make butterfly gardens with actual butterflies in the game. That would be so much fun. Same with, you know, bird cages, aviaries I think they're called in English. That will be so much fun. I have no clue if the developers are actually planning on doing that. I know there's a lot of questions and requests from the community. And I would really like it, but I don't know if they're actually gonna do it, but it would be so cool building like all these domed areas where you can't actually let the animals escape from. That would be really cool. You really see me building a gigantic butterfly garden. They actually had that at the zoo. I went to Burger Zoo, one of my favorites. A little bit big of like a pretty far drive, but it's worth it. And they have like this enormous butterfly garden, and usually it's enormously warm there, but it was a heat wave, so it was around 36 degrees Celsius. And I went inside the butterfly garden. I was like, oh, it's actually cool in here, it's nice. And I went outside and I was like, no, I want to go back. It was ridiculously warm, like insane. And then we went to the desert area, which was actually felt like it was cool, just because there isn't that much humidity in the air. Because it's a desert, so. I envied people in the desert, which I usually don't, because I like my cold, wet country. I don't mind it, I don't mind the rain, I really don't. And then it's like 36 plus degrees and I can't handle that. That's not for me. Anyways, let's go back to this habitat because I've been rambling on about all the other things. So right now you see the path is going down. But there isn't actually something there, so we are gonna place some stones there, and in the end we're gonna place some vegetation as well to make it a little bit nicer. And actual reviews from the guests that came in there, they liked the aesthetics, they thought the habitat was good, they liked the amount of effort it put in. It wasn't like, I guess it's fine, it's mediocre. No, it said, I can really see the penguins good, and I was like, yes, finally. Guests that appreciate my craftsmanship and everything that I do for them. So this penguin habitat, it's a big success. And there are only 5 in there, but that's fine. Like, they will breed, like, hopefully, and we will get a lot more. Just my hope. Now this area obviously walks down, and I was thinking I should probably do something on the other side. I was thinking perhaps I could build a cave, and then you have this bear cave or wolf cave. I'm not sure yet. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I'm not really sure what to do there. Like, we'll just have to see and look. Probably the next thing I'm gonna do is trying to build a restaurant. I'm trying to get some inspiration for what I want to do and for what would be nice to do, and I don't know yet. We'll see. Also thinking perhaps I could change the dome into a walk-in dome, and then the monkeys could also be in the restaurant area. Still not sure about that. Pondering, we'll see in the end. It's still a bit of a surprise. Oh yeah, and I realized we didn't have any actual power. And I just noticed that I didn't have everything powered. Wow. And this was a negative influence on the guests. So, you know, placing a tree. And then we ended up placing a lot of sunflowers. And it wasn't my intention. Also, the people thought that the zoo tickets were too low. And we're gonna study the penguins. But it wasn't my intention to make like a lot of sunflowers there. But it just worked out. And then I realized, wow, these are actually really pretty. I could build like a small botanical garden myself. We'll just pretend there are butterflies there. Who knows, maybe that will be one of our goals. Anyways, our video is nearly coming to the end. If you guys like this, a little bit different than we usually do, but you know, it had to be done. Give it a thumbs up, comment, and possibly subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys on the next video next week. Bye guys!